Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
White 20. 17.
On first down, gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Louis.
Check 52.
Louis.
Tight dog.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Let's go. All day, baby. All day. Tight end left.
76. Tell him. 76.
Watch the edge.
Maverick.
48.
17.
Check. Go ahead, baby. Go.
Jester.
Gone. And he's got room. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Keep doing that.
Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
His first carry, he loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball, that was noted. Make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second down.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Zula. Hut. 180. Like 20. Hut.
From the gun, here's Gone.
Let's go, defense.
Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Done. 180.
Check 48's the
Harbaugh.
48's the money.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Go. Run. Woo-hoo-hoo! He wasn't ready. Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
Here we go. White 20.
On second down, here's gone. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Trips.
Cut. White 20. Out. Let's go.
Shotgun snap for Goff.
Push him back.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game,
That's how
watching
we
this
do it,
offensive
baby.
line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it, but that 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. Last time, fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Detroit. Detroit.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Check 31. Check 31. Check 31.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey.
Showing it.
And he's got some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about you take his shoulder, give him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. The tackle there by John Johnson.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Strong right.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Run. I got him. Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him.
Leopard.
Come on, switch it. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I got it.
Now the defense going to use the
check.
first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
DC.
Tight right.
We go Sadat. White 20.
We got 3.
Harbaugh.
Now go up on first down. It's pulled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
12.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Goff to Cup, 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
We got 3 down. Hey, switch gears.
First carry for their fullback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Alert. 3 down.
Sadat.
Twist. Watch twist.
12.
48.
To throw on 2nd down, he's gone.
Let him know.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Tight end's right.
11.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
We got 4 down.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Fresno.
This is McCaffrey, and he'll get this one up to the 26. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Down. 5 down. Stand up in. Under crush, under crush.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Watch it now,
They
Barney,
moved them
Barney.
and got some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Playing hard, fellas, all day.
On the gun on 3rd down. Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now it's Goff.
Crash.
That incomplete. Crisis averted.
Blitz!
Almost
Blitz!
picked. Instead, 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
Maverick.
Four down.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Maverick. Harbaugh.
Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
Starting left here.
Check 48's the mic. Check.
76. Tell him. 76.
Watch the curl. Check 13. Check 13.
12.
Hey, alert 48.
Harbaugh.
Right now, let's go.
Left hand.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
4 down.
Twos.
Hey, watch 12. Check 3.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Outside's coming.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders.
76.
They lost all leverage on that play.
76. 12.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
All day. interception, baby. Let's go. Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Odd. 5 down.
And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Hot.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Love. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he will score. Touchdown, LA.
Crash.
Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection.
I used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And the Panthers coming out now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Two tights. 3 down. Hey, check.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Check.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin to play.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Odd. 3 down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Cloud. Motion.
Gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
From the gun, Love. Flushed out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now. They made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 15.
4 down. Alert.
Here we go. 180.
Crunch.
They go back to the air here on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down.
I'm coming
back
back.
at his own
I'm
6-yard line.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Tight right, tight right.
That, white 20.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down. Slam, slam, slam.
Jester, Jester, Jester.
There's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And right around the 20, he'll head out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Here we go,
The
fellas, here we
Rams
go.
on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here goes the line. 180. What's that?
29 is the mic.
What's that?
29.
Here's gone.
It's going to be a long day.
And that one's complete to Gurley. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
1 yard loss on the play.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. Here's Johnny Hecker now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try to force something and put your team in jeopardy?
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Shift.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
43 is the mic, boys. 43.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Harbaugh. Not 180. Starting left here.
We got to stand up over there.
On first down, it's gone. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Again from the 20 after the
12,
incompletion.
watch
Here's
12.
second and 10. Shotgun now. Here's the inside give. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We got four.
I know a lot of times when we put players in certain boxes, he does this and he does that. This guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Orange.
Second and 10. Off again. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down,
Sack.
trying to do a
Got
little
him.
too much,
Let's
getting
go, boys.
outside of
Let's
the
go.
pocket, and it results in a sack. Luke Kuechly able to run him down for a loss of a yard. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. A final shot before break here. Goff. And that is incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the areas and bring up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Watch it now,
Let's go ahead and
Barney,
punch
Barney.
it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Gun!
On the play fake. Love escaping the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a second and 9.
Run.
Detroit!
Last stop.
They'll run with McCaffrey. Pass the 20. They can't tackle. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 47 yards on the ground.
Four down. Joker.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Check. Check 99.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Double tight. Hey, we are.
Now a carry here for their fullback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Watch left. Tight end to the left.
Jester. Super.
Hey.
Tonight.
Goff now looks to throw. Airing it out deep for Wood. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it?
They said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it was true.
That's it. Big.
And some space here. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
How about that touchdown, partner? If you blinked, you probably missed it. I looked away for just a second, and there was the end zone.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Gano out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hey, boys, 5.
Trying to shake out the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21.
Here we go.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to do as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does. The best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
I got you, 44.
Left, Hey, son!
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down.
Night.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. This is the way. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Even. 4 down. Even. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Chef.
Here's McCaffrey. And he loses the football a second time. And the Rams have got it back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
4 down. Check.
Cut. 180.
48. 48's the money.
Following the fumble recovery. Gone. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
4 down.
Cut. White 20.
Banjo.
Cut.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
Check 49.
Leopard.
Mike's 40.
The drive begins with a run by New England. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
Watch you now, Barney.
5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Action. Love. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Leopard.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number 1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Tighten up.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Operating from the gun. Love. Flush under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Leopard!
3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And taken at the 46. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The 4th down run successful. Now they have to pay it off on 1st down.
Left! Left!
And they'll run it here.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Handle someone with vision and handle it a little bit of power.
And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point safely through. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in.
Here's McCaffrey. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No, check. Patriot. Gun. All right, now, lucky 56.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
4 down. Watch you now, Barney. Barney. Watch you now.
Throwing on third and long. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And the Rams getting set to go now. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down.
Hey,
They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
We got three.
So
Three
apparently
down,
some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Twos.
48th Mike. 48th Mike.
What's that? Turbo set.
Now goal.
They're running it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Hey, let's go.
Picked off by the safety,
All
Eric
day,
Reed.
baby. Let's
And
get
his
this.
guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Pass.
This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Throwing on 1st down. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 42.
We're good. Set. 180.
Check. 4 down. 40.
DC.
6.
They'll try to look for a fullback. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd
Right
down.
there. All day,
Back
baby.
now in Los Angeles. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Hey. We got three. 3 down.
You go tight.
What's that?
Tight.
Turbo set.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback.
Run.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Back-to-back
Okay,
runs,
baby,
I'd say that
please.
encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Here we go.
The Rams on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
3 down. Dot. White 20.
Eluding the pressure right. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Get him, boy.
And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Brown.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
They'll run it here. This is getting the carry. Oh, no, he lost the football.
That's where you belong. Tight on this side, boys. Tight on the left. Tight on the left. Move.
Starting left here.
Four down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Be ready.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
3 down.
Give him 3
down.
yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
I'm coming, 16.
Super.
You mine, baby. I'm in your
Cut. White 20.
Come on.
Cut.
Whoa. I'm coming.
Off now, looking to
Bunch
throw.
set. Bunch set.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And down
That's it,
inside the
baby.
15, shy of the 10. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Value 3. Value 3.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Tight right.
Let's go.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
Hardball. Hardball.
Here we go. Checking motion.
Shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Here goes tonight. 180.
They'll run it now out of the goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to arrive and in a bad mood.
And his kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
Gun! 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 Gun!
Check 25. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Over!
Blitz.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll got it to the right sideline. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Mike's 45.
We'll go with a ground attack here. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Woo! You got him. You got him. You got him. Check.
Detroit!
43's the
Detroit!
Check 43.
Watch him now, Barney!
Get ready.
He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you
down.
said, enough to run with the flag. It was close, though. Out of the pistol, the Panthers. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take them to fourth down.
No. Check,
the Panthers got to go
Patriot.
quickly. They're moving with a sense of urgency right now. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's an inside give. And he stopped immediately there. The Panthers are going to take another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, boys, we got 4 down.
Cut! 120!
Bang.
DC!
58's the mic.
Super 66!
Get in the weight room.
Like 20, hot!
Trying to bring game here with the running back. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Even. 4 down. Even. Whip.
Starting left here.
Watch the whip.
First down. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
36,
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Super 66.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Rams on third down. They're hitting it just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Here we go.
On first down, Love being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. You know, the extra point, and that will shave 1 more off this lead. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams now coming out on the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
Strong right. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Here we go, Salad. White 20.
They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?